I have a lot of people who will ask me, and it will come from a place of they need to make money quick to pay the bills, or like I need to pay rent. I'm not going to be able to make rent. Nick, what side hustle can I do to make $1,000 in 20 days? And I don't think people should go into business or entrepreneurship from that place. Like I have to earn this money, or I'm gonna be, I took out a second mortgage. I pawned my wedding ring, something like that. I don't think business should be approached from that angle. You shouldn't, if you're worried that these investments are going to cost your quality of life, I don't think you should make that investment. And that's my opinion. What are your thoughts on that viewpoint?
Well, I would say if it's an unproven, unknown thing, you're absolutely right. Like if I've seen people do that. I've seen them make that mistake where they jump all in, right? And they go all in. And this is in a whole variety of things. But I have been in a position where I have taken strategic risk where, let's say I do borrow a bunch of money to run an ad campaign. I've done that and I've succeeded. But I already tested the ad campaign, right? I used my own money that was disposable money that I could lose, right? That I could afford to lose, testing an ad campaign. And when I had the ad campaign all dialed in, I knew for every dollar I was spending, I was getting 3 back. Everything was dialed, tested, and I wanted to scale up. Okay, well, now maybe you can take a little bit of risk. But if you jump in and you don't know how the ad campaign is going to go, and then you max out your credit line on your house and dump it all into ads with a total unknown, that's not a good decision, right? Yeah, so don't go out and maxing out credit and doing things that you put you at risk for unknown, unproven things, right? But if you can take a calculated risk, an educated risk, where you know something's going to be successful, then you can push the envelope. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I also, and maybe not, you agree, but I think it's from a mindset and from an emotional point of view. I think you are less likely to succeed in a campaign if you're coming from a place of anxiety, or this campaign has to succeed, or I'm not going to be able to pay rent or something like that. If you come from it from a comfortable, being complete, obviously you don't want to lose the money, but if you come from it from a viewpoint of like you're comfortable, if the campaign totally bombs, I feel like that's the viewpoint you should adopt, or the attitude you should adopt.
I agree. And there's a lot of reasons for that. You could look at it from a psychology point of view. Those who maybe have more spiritual viewpoints might think of it like law of attraction and things like that. But when you approach something from a scarcity mindset, a worry mindset of like, oh my God, I just took my whole life savings and it has to go right or my life is ruined, right? And that's the state you're trying to grow a business into flourishing and prospering. It's not going to go well. It just won't go well. I think you're right. You have to have that positive mindset. You have to be willing to take the risk and lose the bet, right? It's a funny phenomenon. Has anybody ever seen this, right? I've known people that can go to Las Vegas and bet big and lose big, and they don't care, right? It doesn't bother them. And those people win. It's the strangest phenomenon. The people who really don't care, they're just there to have a good time, win or lose, they always win. But I look and I think of somebody else who is anxious and nervous, like, oh my God, I don't want to lose this money. I shouldn't be betting this money. This is, they lose every time. It's very interesting to me. It'd be funny to do some sort of a official scientific study of this, but from my observation and from other people that have kind of noticed the same thing, those who are like, they absolutely must win or something bad is going to happen, they never win. They always lose. But the people that are just there having a great time, they feel like they're going to win, but they don't really care if they don't win. They win and win and win. It's something really weird about how it works. I'm not going to speculate today on why that is, but it's something that I have certainly noticed. Have you ever noticed that, audience? Let me know in chat. Have you ever seen that where people that are willing to bet big and lose without freaking out, without being worried and anxious, they tend to just win and win and win. The other people on the other side who are anxious and worried about losing the bet, they lose and lose and lose. I can even tell you myself, right? I used to go to Vegas a lot and gamble at the Flamingo, the So it's way back when the Flamingo was like one of the big best hotels there. I had a method of playing blackjack. I would just win and win and win. Every single time I went to Vegas, I would come back with thousands and thousands of dollars in winnings. In that time frame, I didn't really care though. I only played for fun. Life was great. I had tons of money. I didn't really care if I lost or not. I had a good time. To me, it was like a challenge of me against the house, right? And is my system, the method I was using to play blackjack. I would play, it was like, I think it was a 3-deck blackjack that they would play. And literally for years, I've gambled there and won every single time. A few years later, I was going through a little bit of a hard time. Money wasn't quite as as free and available to me. And I remembered like, man, I always win when I go to Vegas. So you know what? I'm going to go to Vegas. And I couldn't really afford to do it. And I went anyway. And I lost all the money. I lost everything I brought to Vegas. I lost it. All I can attribute it to, I used the same system. I didn't play any differently. I played exactly the same. And I was literally undefeated. I went every time and came back with thousands of dollars. And the one time I went to Vegas and I had to win, I lost it all. It's just crazy. It's crazy how that works. So anyway, that's about gambling, but it's a very similar thing with business. And your mindset and the way you approach it has a lot to do with it. So I do think it's a mistake to put yourself in a situation where you're very stressed out and worried and you're investing money in growing your business that if it doesn't go well, it's going to be disastrous for you. Don't do that. Just don't do it, because whatever the laws of the universe, psychology, whatever you want to blame it on, will tend to make you fail if that's the place that you're in when you're investing in building a business. Your odds of failure go up in those scenarios. Anyway, yeah, weird stuff. So we can all speculate as to the different reasons why, but it certainly seems true to me that is just the case. So this is also a thing too, that if you catch yourself worrying about a new business that you're building, stop yourself for a moment, right? And really take a look and go, do I really need to worry? And try to flip that mindset. And if you start to think about, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? Oh, I can't, I'm starting to get worried. Take a step back, take a deep breath, go for a walk, and really look at it. See if you can change your mind and come at it from a more positive perspective. But if you really are investing money into your business, you just can't, if you're not going to be able to feed your family because you put the money in a Facebook ads account, don't do that. That's just it's not good for anyone. So for those of you who are not yet a PushButton AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with PushButton AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top. Everything you need, from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence, and it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, PushButton AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video, and the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, we'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our PushButton AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit and we can work together to launch your next business.